Welcome, everyone. This is Glenda Dawson, and I have my co-host here, Moongirl. How are you?
Hi,
How's
I'm
it?
great. How are
Good.
you guys?
I'm doing
Excited about
fantastic.
our guest.
Yes, we do have a great guest today, and we're going to just let him introduce himself to the audience. Welcome, Ken.
Hi, how are you?
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Good, 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 good.
Excited to have you.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much. I appreciate that. So I'm Ken Boggle. I'm a psychic medium and a tarot card reader. I've been working. I've started when I was 8 years old. So 32 years I've been shuffling cards and working with spirit. And I used to have a TV show on Tarot Date. It was called Tarot Date with Ken Boggle. It was on Vidi Space and Cosm, where I was the executive producer and star. And then I just recently landed Living for the Dead on Disney and Hulu, if you're in America,
Mhm.
Disney Plus in 70 other countries. That's me in a nutshell. That's what I do.
Congratulations on the show.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We're very excited and looking forward to having a second season. We haven't received final word on that yet, but it'll happen. And we're it's an amazing program. I don't know if you've watched it, but it is really really good.
For those
Um,
who haven't heard of it, can you please tell us a little bit about the show, your role in it, cast
yeah,
members?
yeah. So it's a docu series, a reality series about myself and my four friends who travel the country in a tricked out 1980s camper van, all spooky and creepy and cool and beautiful. And we toured the world or the country, going to famously haunted locations and some not so famous locations. We did a haunted mansion in the desert. We did the Clown Motel in Tonopah, Nevada. We did Waverly Hills in Louisville, the Louisville Palace. These are in Kentucky. The world famous Palomino in Las Vegas. The Lint Mansion, the House of Wheels in Cleveland, Ohio. We did a lot of places. And it's myself and Juju, our spiritual healer, Alex LeMay, our tech guru, Logan Taylor, who is our psychic and medium. He's exceptional. And Roz Hernandez, who is our paranormal research and comedic relief. She's phenomenal, phenomenal. And our other castmate is a little known actress by the name of Kristen Stewart, who's done a couple of things that you might have heard of. Spencer, Twilight, you know,
Mm.
little
Those
Kristen
little
Stewart.
things.
Yes,
I know one day she'll make it big in the business. We're really
fingers
hoping for it.
crossed.
Fingers crossed that she'll make something out of herself. Yeah.
Well, lots of love to the other cast members. Hi, guys. Hearts.
I will tell them that you said hello.
Yes.
So, you said you started when you were 8,
Yeah.
and I'm going to ask the question that everybody asks you. How was it when you were that young?
You know, you asked it in a different way than other people do, and I appreciate it.
You was.
Today I was in the bathtub, getting ready for this conversation and soaking in salt to release all the stuff I picked up through the week doing readings.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I always get asked when I got started and how I got started. You're the first person to ask what it was like, though. Terrifying. It was terrifying. It was scary. I lived in a haunted house,
Mm-hmm.
and the backyard, about 20 to 30 yards away, was an old cemetery. Not like these really nice, organized, manicured ones, like a really old cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
It was a perfect storm of like setup, or like an ideal setup for paranormal happenings, because we had power lines that crossed around the house on the property. We had rushing water down the sides and along the front, and underneath the house. In the backyard was a cemetery. It was terrifying, and it was split level. So my bedroom was on the same level as the cemetery,
Oh boy.
which was terrifying. And I was being visited by spirits at night, which made it very hard to sleep. And
Mhm.
my grandmother basically said, "Kenneth, you look awful. What's happening?" And I told her. She took me by the hand and led me for years about how to cope and how to deal with it.
That's good. You had some help.
Yeah, I don't know where I would be without my granny. She was exceptional.
I was about to ask you, do you think where you would have been if she didn't help you would have been harder for you?
Yeah, it would have been a lot harder because the way she taught me was beneficial to understand how to use the gift, which is the same way I teach it now when I teach psychic development classes. I teach it the same way Granny taught it to me. But what ends up happening is that it also just helps with you and your own stuff and like your own anxieties and your own stress and your own worry. Like it just the way she taught it helps with all of that. So I'm just in terms of being psychic, I don't know where I would be without her. I don't know what I've been doing as a career because she gave me the money to buy my first tarot cards.
Aw.
And yeah, and I don't know if I would be half as normal as I am without those exercises of light and energy that she used to teach me. So
Very good. Very good. Yes, I know that everybody asks the same questions. That's why I was like,
you spun it different, Glenda, and I like you for it. Thank
Now,
thank you.
at what age did you start doing divination work?
At 8 years old, 32 years ago, I turned 40 tomorrow.
Yes, happy birthday.
Thank you. It was in June of 94 it was in June of 92 that we started working on this. So that's a long damn time. That's a long time.
it is.
God, I feel old. I feel old. I'm not old. 40 is not
40
old.
is the new 20. 40 is the
No.
new 20.
I mean, it would be, but I've lived like a cat. Like I've had 9 lives inside of these 40 years. And you know what, babes? I'm tired. I'm laying here on this big Victorian sofa. I'm just going to take this head off and lay down. I'm tired. 40 means that you can nap and nobody can be mad at you over it, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I don't know. They said that about 60. I'm 62 and they still get angry.
Oh, you look great for 62. Well
Thank
done,
you.
you.
Yeah, she looks
Yeah, you
amazing.
did. Yeah,
In
you
June,
took
I'll be
care of yourself.
63. Yes. I'm a Gemini baby.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
I always tell her she looks at least a good 20 years younger. Absolutely.
Yeah, sincerely. You do. You do.
I keep getting rid of exes.
That's the secret ingredient, ladies. If you want to remain youthful and beautiful, and my theys and thems is to get rid of the.
Get rid of them. I agree. Relationships are hard.
Yeah.
Very, especially
And,
nowadays.
Yeah, I don't do them well. So
Well, you're in Aquarius, so that was it's gonna be hard, anyways. We're not known for good.
I am not. I'm not good at it.
I knew an Aquarius that is 2 days after your birthday. He was born February 4th. He was really good. He was too good.
Oh.
But I'm a Gemini also, so I get along with Aquarius.
Of course, fellow
Yeah.
air signs.
Yeah, I agree with that. I love Geminis. One of my favorite exes was a Gemini, and he was amazing. One of my best friends for like 25 years is a Gemini.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, Stevie Nicks is it. Mother Stevie. She's the Gemini.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
And I'm an Aquarius like Oprah. It all works out. It all works out.
Now you do divination work, and you're also a medium, and you also do paranormal investigation. So it's safe to call you a paranormal investigator as well. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I've done that for 15 years.
So out of all of those things you do, and I'm sure you said you also teach, right? What is the thing you're more drawn to? I mean, is it something, because like I do, of course, divination, paranormal, and medium, but I know that that's kind of an extension of me, but like film, acting, that's like a passion. Is there like another passion, or is one of those your passions, or do you feel like it's an extension of you?
It's all an extension of me. I am. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell this story.
We like stories.
We
Okay.
like stories, just don't put names on there. That's all.
So Hulu said that the show was pretty heavy on occult.
Uh,
Pretty heavy on the occult stuff because we did spirit board messages,
okay.
Mhm.
and had an amazing experience with the spirit board message. An amazing experience. But they said it was heavy on the occult. I think that's me. When one of the producers were calling, they were talking about how they were kind of like editing it. They were like, "We're trying to kind of clean up some of the occult stuff." I'm like, "Well, am I in it at all? Like, what are you going to do about
And
it?"
Aquarius battling with the occult, unheard of. Unheard of.
Unspeakable, how unfathomable that would happen.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I don't have any one particular passion.
Mhm.
I need to do all of it though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's just being. That's what I do. Like this is really what I like. These are my pajamas. This
Mhm.
is my hat. This is my face. Like I'm a weird person, and I need
Team
to be.
Aqua, man. Team
You're
Aqua.
talking,
You're the
you're
best.
talking to two girls that wear black all the time. I don't
I,
know.
I mean, it's I can't say that anyone in particular is my passion because it's all my passion. I tried to retire from it some time ago.
Mhm.
In 2019, I tried to retire from it,
Oh no, it always drags you back in. You can't escape.
and I was working as an EM. I was working as a patient registration in an ER,
Mm.
and I was just telling a story the other night, and this cart came in, and these people were on top of this woman, and they were giving her chest compressions, and the woman died, and as she died, her head dropped to the side, and she was looking me in the eyes, and I watched her pass right in front of me, literally and spiritually. I watched her pass, and I fell apart. I was like, this is not how I deal with death. Like this isn't. This isn't I'm the person who helps move people on. I'm the person who delivers messages. I'm the person who interacts with them. I'm not the one to sit there and watch the human body separate, watch souls separate from body. I can't do it. It's just that's just so sad. But yeah, I mean, like I've always been this weird. I've always had these passions. My stepfather owned a funeral home, and so it's just death and the connection that I share with spirit is just it is my passion. So in any way that works out, I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's not easy because once you're in it, I tried. Well, I had to when my kids were younger to separate and okay, it's time to cool it off for a little, let's take care of the kids, let's do all that. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, oh come on, I need my sleep. They're sleeping. This is the time I need to sleep. So they don't allow it.
Yeah. We should close you off before you go to bed.
I try. I
Do
do.
you?
Hmm.
Okay.
But they, when it's like an archangel or something like that, and they're like, "Excuse me, you got work to do." Oh, come on, this is not the time.
Yeah.
You kind of,
Yeah.
kind of listen to that. So
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Did you have any paranormal experiences at your dad's funeral home? You said he owned one.
No, no, I didn't have any paranormal experiences. I have found that funeral homes are very comfortable to me.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're comfortable to me, that means they're overran with spirits. But I never had like a paranormal experience there. I will tell you one experience I had though.
Mm-hmm.
I walked into my mother handed me this brush. It's a nail brush. She said, "I need you to take this to the prep room, to the embalming room." And I said, "Okay, cool." I beat Bop down there and opened the door, and I didn't even bother turning the lights off, or turning the lights on, or anything. And I set the nail brush down, and I closed the door, and turned around to go out. And then I stopped on the door frame. There was a dead woman in the room, like she was laying there, and my parents were very respectful of when they had a body there. Nobody ever went in the rooms.
Right.
And they always covered the bodies with a sheet, and they made sure they were very, they kept some privacy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, privacy. And I stood there, and it hit me. This is the first real dead body that I had ever seen.
Mm.
at that time. And I turned around and I stopped and I looked at her, and part of me was like begging her to cough or sneeze or to move. I couldn't cope with the fact that this person was just laying there, that their vessel was just empty.
Mm.
Um, yeah, but it does prove that, like, seeing the human body in that shape proves that there's something really remarkable inside of us.
Mhm.
Because when that thing leaves the body, it is just a shell, and it's
Yeah.
very sad.
Mm.
Yeah,
It is. It is.
yeah.
But that was what must have been an go. I know you said you really didn't have too many experiences in the funeral home, but did you ever go to when there was a wake happening there? And did you see the shell and the soul next to it, or
No, I never had that. I never had that. I mean, watching the woman's body separate from her spirit separate from
right?
her body was the only time that had occurred to me. But like even in the hospital, I would walk past the rooms knowing. I mean, I'm registering people. I have a list of what rooms have people in them, and
Right.
I'd walk by every room, and it just got to the point where just had blinders on, and I couldn't do it. They had to move me. I couldn't work in ER anymore.
Mm.
I couldn't take it because they were literally be bloody bodies standing there. It was terrifying and it was draining. It was so draining. So they moved me to outpatient registration, and I was the guy you saw before your colonic, and uh, it was good. It worked much better for me.
I can understand that. I can
Yeah.
understand that. Now, like you said, it's all an extension of you. Did you had from day one an idea you were going into all the different types of things, or did they just come to you one by one, or one developed from the other one?
I mean, it all kind of came very clear to me when I was 8 years
Mm.
old. This is how I was going to operate. And it wasn't even that I was thinking of things to do. It's just I just was naturally drawn.
Mm.
Mhm.
Like I know a lot of people that read runes. I've never once wanted to read runes. Never once. Um, I know some people who divine from shells. Juju on the TV show, she uses shells, and I've never wanted to do that. I mean, I have several crystal balls, but I've never used that. It was always tarot cards,
Mhm.
always tarot cards, and I use those in my paranormal investigating, and I also use my paranormal investigation, tool set. But I also use myself as a psychic and medium. It just makes everything work together. Just
Mhm.
I love that experience. It's my favorite.
See, when
Mhm.
I go do investigations, I would tell Glenda too. I always thought that was a really good tool to use some sort of divination work to kind of do a reading on the location. And then, of course, if you want to go in with equipment or use your mediumship. But I, when you're a medium, psychic, whatever you want to call yourself, you don't necessarily need um, the equipment. But I know for other people, so they can see the lights glow and whatever it is, or hear the EVPs. But do you prefer using equipment when you do investigations, or do you solely rely on your mediumship, or do you do a combination of both?
I like a combination of both because it's one thing to say I feel something.
Hmm.
That's one thing. That's cool. That's
Mhm.
great. It's wonderful. I have faith in it. It's another the thing to say I feel something and then a REM pod kick off.
Mhm.
That is great because you need that sort of tangible kind of evidence as well. So I like both. I'm very big on both.
Because you can say as a medium, yes, you feel something or whatever till you're blue in the face. But like if you have, an audience, or, it's a sale ticket or whatever, having that, show that, yes, you were right, kind of as a backup, I know it helps a lot.
Absolutely that. And also it helps the people that you're there to be with, because first, what good is a REM pod thing going off if you don't have some sort of direction for why that is?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Or a K2 meter or whatever you happen to be using, an Ovulus or what have you. Um, so I think both are very important. In fact, I don't think you should go to a paranormal investigation without a good medium. Now,
Mhm.
I use the tarot cards because, uh, well, the first thing I always do is I walk through the location and do like a mediumship baseline read, and then I go back through with equipment, checking for EMF spikes, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I actually go through and do like the actual investigation. At some point in there, I whip out the tarot cards to figure out exactly what's happening, because tarot cards add like a little layer of detail that maybe I didn't get as the medium, or it confirms everything I thought as the medium. And then I finish out the rest of the investigation, learning or having learned what I've learned. I finish out the investigation. It works really, really well. As you can see how it all works together, psychic stuff, divination tools, and the paranormal tech. It all works together. In fact, and the research, because I think research is really important. So the 5 of us on the team actually show how important all those individual pieces are.
How do you feel about apps, though? Do you fully trust apps, or?
There's a couple of them I think have some bugs in them. There's a couple of them I think are good ideas, but I think they need tested. I'm not real big on the apps, unless they're dating apps, and then I'm down for it.
Well, full disclosure, I've used apps. Do I fully trust them? No. Am I going to continue using them? Probably, but I don't. I'm sorry, I don't fully trust apps.
I don't. I think it's really an interesting thought, though, because cell phones have such energy coming out of them. You know what I mean? Like 5G, what have you, that it would be great and food for a spirit to use to be able to kind of do the thing. But no, I haven't found an app yet that I really trust.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've had little things come in, but there's always a question in the back of my, do you know what I mean? Like I've used them, though. I'm not going to lie. Absolutely. I'll probably still take them investigations, but I don't fully trust them at all.
There used to be one called, it doesn't matter what it was called, but it had a radar thing, and it had little spots that would pop up on it. And
that the ghost or spirit was there, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
And it was kind of cool because occasionally it would work. But then like other times I'm like, this is all BS. Like there's like, it's ridiculous. There's nothing next to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So I don't trust apps all that much.
Yeah, agreed. Now, how did it come about you with the show?
I avoided it at first because I'd already done TV, and I don't really like to do things I've already done before. That, and also I went through my first divorce while I was filming that show, so I wasn't keen on having any experiences like that again. And then there was a tweet that went out, and everybody was sending me the tweet. Ken, you got to do this. You got to do this. And I kept saying I'm not really interested in. Then one day, Elizabeth Saint from Ghost of Shepherdstown and Vinny Space and Cosm, amazing Elizabeth Saint. I love that woman. She sent me a message that said, "Hey, have you seen this?" And I was like, "Damn it, sis. No, I'm not doing it." She's like, "Well, you kind of have to." She's like, "Because they asked me who I thought would be good on the show. And I said, you have to have Ken Boggle." She's like, "So now you have to go do it." So like I filled out the form. I sent them the videos. And then next thing I know, I'm in Los Angeles in the mansion at the Hollywood Hills and doing a chemistry test. And then it was this time last year, maybe to the day that we were in Tonopah, Nevada, filming the first episode of the show.
Cool. Very cool. Happy anniversary then.
Yes.
Thank you very much. This makes me so sad. I wish I were there right now. Not at the Clown Motel, but like with my friends. I miss them so much.
How long was the filming? Like, did you just go like, you took a few months or a month and you just did it, or you stopped for a little bit, then you went somewhere else? Or?
Yeah, we got a whole week off. Or was it 2 weeks? 1 week, I think. And other than that, it took like 10 total weeks to do to film, because we were in each location for a week.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, it took a long time.
Oh wow.
Any experiences that didn't really come out?
The Haunted Mansion
Hmm.
was my least favorite.
Hmm.
They edited me to be a lot more nicer than I was. There was one point, I think this is in the show. There was one point where I had caught the homeowner up in a lie. They're like, it's an omission of the truth. I'm like, an omission of the truth is a lie. A lie is a lie is a lie, you know?
It is a lot.
Yeah. And I'd caught her up in it, and a couple of them actually. And I was furious. And we filmed the whole thing with me being furious. And at one point, they're like, we need to bring her into the house. And Roz said out loud, just so you know, I wasn't the one that called her a liar. And I said, I sure as hell was, because she's a damn liar. And I don't believe a thing coming out of her mouth. And now you're going to have her come up in here like, what are we doing? I don't understand. So yeah, that was one thing that just did not work out, was that. If I had to do it over, I would have fought really, really hard to have had a moment with just me and her alone. I really would have fought hard for that. Because the series edited me to be very like I am. Like it's very real to who I am, except for one piece, which is that I am a real asshole. Like there's sometimes that some things happen and I get fired up, and when I get fired up, I go from teddy bear to grizzly pretty quick. And I wish that had been a part of the TV show, because now people are like, "Oh my God, he kind of snapped at me. That's so unlike Ken." I'm like, "No,
That's
I'm allowed
exactly
to have
like
all of
me.
the. I can have all of the emotions, guys. Like I can be mad and upset too." Yeah, we were at a concert, a Blues Traveler concert, and this girl wanted to talk to me, but I was trying to contact my boyfriend, and who was at the concert. He had stepped outside, and I was trying to get in touch with him to find out what he was doing and where he was at. And she kept screaming in my ear at this concert. And I turned around and I said, back the F up. Like I'm obviously trying to have a moment here. I'm trying to find my boyfriend. Like, can you back up? And she wrote me the next day and said, what was with you last night? This person, what was with you last night? Your energy was so terrible. I was like, I'm allowed to be human. Like I'm a person, crazy.
I think it's a weird standard that people who are in the public eye, like they hold them to, like always have to be perfect, not just physically, but like be always friendly. But everybody gets upset sometimes, and once you get your buttons pushed, I mean, you're gonna eventually react, and I just think it's very unrealistic how they try to make people seem that way.
Yeah. I actually, in that message that I was telling you about, she wrote me, she said, "What was with you?" And I was like, I'm allowed to have all the emotions. I said to her, I was like, I have a lot of people in my life that expect certain things out of me, and they expect me to be a certain way, and they expect things out of me. And I'm still human. And she said, "Well, then you've got the wrong people in your life." I said, "Bitch, I'm talking about you. Like you're the person I'm talking about. Like you don't even know me that well, dog. Like you don't know me, dude. Like back up." Yeah, it was crazy. It's very true. In fact, I don't consider myself a celebrity or anything like that, but it is. I'm just at the touch where I can experience some of it. I was at a bar, and this girl was like touching me for 15 minutes. She was touching me and asking me the most stupid questions. Why do you like, who picked the black bowler hat? I'm like, I've known you for 4 years. I've always worn a black hat. It's either this or the black fedora, or I've always worn a hat. Who decided you would wear all black? I've known you for 4 years. I only wear black, or like if I'm incognito, like I have a hoodie on or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
It was so exhausting that I took my glasses off and I was rubbing my face, because that's what I do when I'm exhausted, is I rub my face. Like I really rub it, trying to. And I was rubbing my face. Her boyfriend came in and looked at me and he said, "Whoa, put your glasses on. I don't even know who you are. Like Ken Boggle wears glasses." And by that time, I'd had enough. So I put my glasses on and looked at her and I said, "Nick, are you okay now? Like, am I making you more comfortable? Are you more comfortable? Because obviously that's what I'm here to do, is make you more comfortable." And on my way out, he threw his arms around me and he said, "It's so cool that I have a big celebrity friend." And I was like, "You don't." You don't. I am neither of these things. We're acquaintances, but I'm not a celebrity. I don't know what you're doing. What you just said makes no sense, bro.
That's what happens to us air signs, They take us from calm waters to full hurricanes, and then
Yeah,
we're like, why are you acting like that? Oh, I
yeah,
don't know.
People don't understand boundaries.
yeah. They don't, and I think that here's what I do think, and I was just meditating on this the other day. I think that everybody has expectations on everybody else. I think
Hmm.
we all have expectations.
Mhm.
Like I expect that my mother excuse me, my mother's going to act a certain way. I expect that Roz is going to act a certain way, or Alex will be, or my Mama Kim. I expect them to be the person that I think they are,
Mhm.
and I think we do that with our celebrity people as we see them,
Mhm.
Hmm.
because we kind of do that, and I think that's where it lies, is that we all kind of have expectations of each other about how we should be or what we are, or kind of like, I don't know. I think that also, I think it's one of the reasons we get so frustrated with each other as people, is because sometimes we're not exactly that expectation, you know.
Hmm.
And I think that's what people do to the people in public eyes, is they project on them sort of what we think or expect of them. And the only person to never let me down, well, actually, every celebrity I've ever met has never let me down. They're all pretty true to who I think they are. But like Stevie, when I met Stevie, I I was enamored by just how kind and generous she was with me. But I guarantee you, if you cross that lady the wrong way, she'd knock you out. Like I'm sure Stevie Nicks would cut you if she had to, right? So
Mhm.
like I don't know. I try not to put too much pressure on other people. I'm guilty of it, but I try not to do that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now,
Very good
what is some
perspective.
of the? Oh, sorry, Glenda.
No, it's a very good perspective.
Yeah.
So, go ahead, hon.
What are some of the most interesting? Um, I guess I would say like evidence you've caught or at least experienced, and it doesn't have to be through the show, like just personal or the show or whenever.
Disembodied voices are my favorite. Disembodied voices are my favorite. Knocking is great. I've had a bunch of that. Like knocking in response, love it.
Mhm.
On the show when we did the spirit message board, on the spirit board, we got a name. And then after it spelled out the name, I felt the planchet. Now everybody's fingers are on it.
Hmm.
And it's five of us, so 10 total fingers are on it. I felt the planchet lift. Like I felt it lift. That shouldn't happen. I then said, I felt the planchet lift, like I felt it lift. And as soon as I said it, boom, there was this outrageously huge crash that happened. And we ran all over the place trying to make it recreate it. We couldn't recreate it. I still think it's one of the greatest things I've ever experienced. It was very, very spooky. I loved it.
Mhm.
And other bits of evidence, EVPs I've had, those are good. But yeah, those have been my favorites. Those have been my favorites. Um, I would go back to the Louisville Palace. I loved it there. I would go back to Waverly. I'd love to go back to the Palomino because I love gentlemen's clubs. I love strip clubs. They're my favorite. I love them. I love a strip club. Whether it's men or women, I don't care. I just love it. There's money flying around, there's nudity, there's alcohol. It's pretty great. I love a good strip. But other than that, I can't think of the Clown Motel. I wouldn't want to go back to. The Copper Queen. I wouldn't want to go back to. Uh, excuse me, yawn. I think that's about it. I think those are my favorites and my least favorites.
Mhm.
Is there a place you want to investigate or anywhere that you would love to go?
Yeah, I'd like to go to the hospital where they did the exorcism on the boy that birthed the book The Exorcist.
Mm.
I'd like to go there just to see if there's anything residual. I do know that they have the furniture, the bed, the dresser, all the furniture that was in the room when the exorcisms happen, they have it in a private storage unit, and it's locked off. Nobody can get to it. So I'd like to go to the hospital, and I'd like to go to the storage unit just to see what's up.
Yeah.
I'd like to see what's up with that.
Should be interesting.
Yeah, I love a good exorcism. I love a good exorcism. I'd love to know more about that. I'd love to know more about how that all occurred and what the details were. I've read the journals, the exorcist journals, and a couple of other documentary pieces and things like that. And there was one priest by the name of Father Hughes, which used to be my last name. And I was just enamored by the fact that they'd started it on Easter, and like all these things were really, really creepy. I'd really like to go to that hospital and investigate and see what's up.
Very good. That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
Bring a camera and see what shows up that you cannot, that doesn't show up for you guys.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. I would love to see that. I'd really like that a lot. Yeah.
Do you have any upcoming events?
What was the question? I'm so sorry, I forgot.
Oh, if you have any upcoming events.
Yes, lover, I do. So I have a monthly mystical market in Lexington that happens every month. I have in March I have Sacred Journey, which happens in Ohio. That's another market. And then I have Scarefest, which happens in October.
Yes, I want to go to that actually.
Oh, Scarefest is awesome.
Yeah.
I got to meet. I've met them. I've known them all for years, but I got to see some of my old buddies like Steve Gonzalez and Shane Pittman and Amy and Ray and Dave Schrader and Dave Tango. All the Daves were there. And Steve brought me a copy of his book. Have you all read his book? You all not read his book. He has got a great book out. It's fantastic. You all should go get it. I don't know what Adam Berry's book is like. I couldn't be bothered to purchase it, but I did Steve's book. Steve's phenomenal book. You got to get it. It's great. Scarefest is phenomenal. You can get spooked out. You can get readings. You can get treats, like they've got food there. You can get alcohol. You can get a tattoo. You can get witchcraft materials. There's nothing you can't get at Scarefest. Like you can get everything at Scarefest. And you can find a lover at Scarefest. I've done that a couple of times. There's all kinds of things you can do at Scarefest. I say come this year. We'll hang out. You come this year.
Yeah, the weekend is fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Be fabulous.
We'll go looking for hosts together. No, just kidding.
You mean spirits? We'd look for spirits.
Yes, spirits.
No, I know what you mean, and I'm with you.
Oh God, dear Lord.
What's in the cards? No.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and that's October. So, where are these events?
So, Mystical Market happens every month here in Lexington, and Sacred Journey happens in March in Ohio at Eastgate and Cincinnati area, and Scarefest happens here in Lexington in October.
And you are in all of those. So we just got it. Now, what do you participate? Just as readings or just?
Yeah, I do readings. I teach classes. I teach tarot. I teach tarot is an 8-class course.
Okay.
So we meet once a week to teach tarot. And then psychic development is a 4-class course. We meet every week to teach that. And I do that in Georgetown, Frankfurt, Lexington, and all over. Like I do readings all over. We do them on video or over the phone if I don't feel like putting on pants, and which is often. I did just recently, though, when I was sick with COVID, I kept working. And I found that clients really liked it when I showed up in my pajamas. They were like, they were so cool. They were so cool about it. I was like, I'm sorry, because I felt bad. I'm like, I know you were expecting a bowler hat. I know you were expecting these things, but I'm in my puppy pajamas right now because I need to feel comfortable. And they were very understanding and very cool about it. I really enjoyed that. But Yeah, if you're going to have COVID, have people who understand that you need to wear pajamas. That's the thing. Uh,
Exactly.
but I'm also, my book should be finished this month,
Good.
and then we'll start shopping that. So, Becoming Ken Boggle, hopefully, we'll have a publisher by late spring or early summer.
Okay.
Are you allowed to tell us a little bit about your book, or?
Yeah, Becoming Ken Boggle is an autobiography about going from the holler of Kentucky, from the holler to Hulu. But I do
Oh,
so,
I love that.
yeah,
Clever.
I do so from the lens of the major arcana.
Mm.
So I'm the
Oh,
first person, I will be the first person in literary history to write an autobiography through the lens of tarot cards.
that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm the first person in television history to ever have a television show based on tarot as a centralized theme.
Mm.
And I'm the first person, well, the five of us are the first fully inclusive all queer ghost hunting cast, to my knowledge.
Yes, and
So,
I love that.
Yeah.
yeah, we have a Latina transgendered woman who she's,
My people, well, the Latina part, but yes.
yeah, she's fabulous. We are the first show on a major platform like that to have a woman of color have a voice. Juju, beautiful, strong black woman, completely full of history and self-possessed, so phenomenal, such a queen, and yeah, so we've made history a couple of times, but I'm hoping that there's actually a couple of other opportunities that I can't talk about that I hope really come out, because I would really love those. A couple of different shows that I'm writing for television, and I was asked if I would maybe be interested in starting a morning radio talk show.
Ooh.
Nice.
I think I really want to do that.
I
Like,
think you would be good at that. I think you
Yeah.
would be good at that.
I think
According
like
to the talking.
yeah, I mean like to be able to play music and like have coffee with Ken Boggle and it be a morning talk show. I love that. Or morning radio. I love waking up on a Friday and playing like we built this city on rock and roll. Shut up. Shut up. You know, Vogue by mid-afternoon. Come on. You know what I mean? I'm walking on sunshine to wrap up breakfast. Come on. Like, you want to hang out with me. You really do. So I'm going to actually call the manager and tell them that I want that bad. Let's see what happens.
I totally think you should do it.
Yeah.
I hope I get it. I'd love that. I'd really love
We'll
that.
send you good energy that it happens.
Exactly.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
So now, besides the shows and the opportunities you have working all at once, is there anything else that you see that you're leaning towards or being pulled into? That, you know, like you were pulled into the show, and you kept saying no, no, no. Is there something, or is it right now kind of quiet?
The gym.
Every New Year's resolution. It is never happening.
I'm really resisting the gym right now, but I know I should go.
I've
God,
gotten a
that was funny.
membership, and I swear I only went like maybe 5 times a year, and I'm like, why am I
Oh.
even paying this? I'm so ashamed of myself. I know, but I would go there, and I'm like, well, that one's kind of busy right now. I'll just kind of walk around, and then oh, that one's busy too. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just stand here a little bit. Yeah, I was no.
Yeah,
should.
I don't want to. I'd like to cancel that gym membership, and it's like $40 a month. And there's another one here in town that's $100 a month.
Uh-huh.
But I have a condo downtown.
Mhm.
I'm tired of going outside of downtown. I don't like going out. If I can walk there, I want to walk there.
Right.
And this is about 6 blocks away.
Mm.
It's in a big, huge, massive building. Tons of really great people go there. I feel like I could get on a treadmill there and somebody won't stop me to ask to take a picture. So I kind of want to do that. Because it really was terrible the last time I went to the gym, which is after the show aired and everything like that. I went in and this guy who had known me before the show and all that was there, and he kind of looked at me like, what's wrong with, like, hi Ken. I was like, hi, and I've put on 45 pounds since I quit watching, since I was not on the show, because I got sad that I wasn't with my friends anymore, and I ate how much I missed them.
No, I do that. I'm an emotional eater. It's
I'm an
horrible.
emotional eater. I am.
I
So
hate it. Yeah.
he looked at me like like, what's wrong? And like, what happened? And I was like, well, I'm never coming back here again. Like, I'll go somewhere else. I guess I have to go somewhere else now. You know?
Like a fat shaming me, the hell?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a situation.
I'll find a different gym.
I'll find a different gym. I'll go to the gym where where it's $100 and nobody speaks to you. That's what I want to do.
You see, I'm willing to pay it if no one's gonna talk to me. That's
Exactly. I'll pay
That's
extra if people. I will pay extra if people will get out of my way.
Mhm.
Don't talk to me and don't ask to take pictures. That would be great.
Yeah.
Because that happened. I was at the gym and that a lady wanted to take pictures. I was like, not today, babes. Like,
I mean, it's because you're in your gym clothes, you're sweating. It's very unflattering, you know.
very
Like-
unflattering. I was like, I don't know what to tell you. She's like, well, can you call my daughter? She's a big fan. I was like, no, I'm not going to call your daughter, sissy. No, I'm going to finish this treadmill, then I'm going to Krispy Kreme. Get off my case.
Oh,
You know?
I've done that, and I've gone to there's like parks and stuff, and I swear I've gotten right afterwards Whataburger. Whataburger we have here in Texas, but anyways, it's burger, and I was like, oh my god, all that work for nothing. But I figured it's kind of like a cancellation. You see
It
what
is.
I'm saying?
It
Like,
is.
does that make sense?
That
So I'm
totally.
like, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's the thing. I am really big about eating. Sure, I do it emotionally. Sure, I do it because I am an addict with food.
Oh, same.
But I love the process of eating. I love the physical. You can be unhappy before a cupcake. You can be unhappy after a cupcake, but you can't be unhappy while you eat the cupcake. So as long as I keep eating,
I'm happy.
like in my before we started this, I had determined that tonight for dinner we're having pancakes, eggs, and sausage. And my mouth is watering right now just thinking.
You're like, I can't wait to get off with these ladies. I can go.
I love you, but you're right. I am dying.
I
to
believe
go.
you. I believe you.
love-
I mean, I would have said I can't wait to get off these bitches so I can go get some food. I would have. That's me.
I had just recently bought a huge amount of groceries, and I included pancakes and all this because I haven't made pancakes in forever. I've gone out to get them, but I haven't made them. So I made homemade pancakes, and they were so good. I'm like, I'm going to make them tonight too. So I'm going to do that.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Now this is off topic. Like, what's your favorite food? Tacos for me, of course.
Do you like tacos? Is that what you like?
Of course. I'm like at the border, so we have the best tacos ever.
You do.
I'm in South Texas, so
Yeah.
one foot literally Mexico, the other foot America. So yeah, I mean we have the best tacos. I'm not just saying it, really do.
And a great culture. I bet you have a great
Oh,
culture.
I love it. Everyone here, even if there's, Caucasians, they all pretty much know Spanish, or at least, some of it. And it's beautiful. I'm very proud of my roots and my culture and, being Latina.
Beautiful.
And I love it so much. And I use that with my divination work too. I incorporate some of that stuff. And
I love
the
that.
saints and deities, yeah.
Glenda, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food, cheesecake.
Oh my God.
Good.
I
Cheesecake is
I
good.
I could go anywhere, and if that's there, forget it.
I can literally taste it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
God, that's good.
Yeah.
Sweets are the best. I have an addiction for sweets. It's horrible. I'll never lose my extra lard with the cravings of the sweets. It's
I
bad.
know. I'm obsessed with gas station food. Like in Kentucky, we have gas stations that cook.
Yeah.
Like they have kitchens.
Yeah.
You have some in Texas. I'm sure you all.
In Pennsylvania, we have
Yeah,
them.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And I have a gas station here that makes the best fried chicken, and they make the best pie, and they make the best corn dogs. I normally just go down the street and get dinner at the gas station. Roz hated it because I would eat hot dogs wherever I was at. If we stopped at the gas station, I was getting a hot dog. And I would think they're all vegan too. And I would be just sitting there slamming hot dog after hot dog. They hate it.
Doing many years. I was doing the raw vegan and I enjoyed it. And I never felt more like pure. I know it sounds crazy and clean and even more psychic, but it was not sustainable for me. You know, like the holidays came around. Mexicans, we have
Listen.
tamales. Like I just couldn't. I tried. I really tried though.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, vegan is not for me. It's not for me. I'm so sorry. I really like comfort food,
Hmm.
and I love biscuits and gravy and stuff like that.
Oh yes, very
Oh,
southern. Yeah.
see, I love biscuits. I just don't like gravy for some reason. I know I'm a little twisted, but I don't like the creamy stuff. I really don't. I,
What about soup?
soup, I cannot have creamy soup. I have to have like
Broccoli.
vegetable soup, regular.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can't
Yeah.
have the creamy stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I'm a little weird.
Insert dirty
It's a
jokes here.
Gemini thing. What can I tell you?
Yes. Yeah, I get it. I get it. But it's like me. I can't stand the texture of bean.
Mm,
I can do baked beans. I
mhm.
can do green beans, but I can't do fried beans or refried beans. I can't do avocado.
It's a texture, yeah.
It's a texture thing.
Yeah.
So I get it. I totally get it. But I could drink a bowl of gravy. Like I could just drink a bowl of gravy. I can't.
I've seen people do it, so
Oh my gosh, it's great. We're totally off topic, but I'm glad we got
Yes.
that.
totally.
Yeah.
But they got to see
Well-
the real you, right?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of food, let's kind of throw back in some of the ghosts. So have you ever dined at a haunted restaurant or something?
I didn't know it when I was there, but yes, I have. I tell a lie. I felt weird as I was going to the bathroom. I was at this really swanky, massively beautiful place, and I was at this hoity-toity dinner, and I got up to go to the restroom, and I came back, and I could feel something in the hallway pass by me. And we were eating rabbit, which I thought was strange to be so hoity-toity. I'm like, why don't we just have squirrel too and call it, Southeastern Kentucky? Let's just be really Appalachian about it and eat some deer. No, but it was a great dinner, and the experience was interesting. And I actually said to one of the people who worked there, "Is this place haunted?" And she said, "Yeah, things happen all the time. Like plates move, silverware gets thrown, dishes break. It's really interesting." Yeah, I mean, I would love to investigate a haunted restaurant. Like, I would love to be able to go and investigate it because I've never done that.
Right.
But oh my God, season 2, Ken Boggle just sits down at a buffet.
There you go.
Oh my God, how iconic would it be to do a ghost
would.
investigation and me walk in with like 3 plates? Like, what's up? Just sit down and just like pounding. Like, Chinese food is so good too. I'm starving, guys. I'm so hungry.
It's the COVID speaking. Just kidding.
Oh God, how funny.
So we're almost at the end of our show here. Do you have anything to say that you?
Where we can reach you if somebody wants to get a hold of you.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, I do have something to say.
Yes.
I like to do 2 things.
Okay.
The first thing I like to say is, anybody who hasn't seen the show, please watch it.
Yes.
It was an act of love from me. There were nights I didn't sleep because I was working on it. I prayed for this opportunity. I really put my heart and soul into it. We all of us did. And it would mean a lot if people would watch it and enjoy it. So please watch it. It means a lot to me. And I hope I make you proud. And the other thing is get readings, get classes. Go to kenboggle.com and fill out the readings. On the readings page, there's a form. Fill it out. My assistant gets it. She'll be in touch with you. If you want to take classes, go to kenboggle.com, go to contact us. Mary also gets those forms, so she'll get in touch with you. Come and see me once a month at the Mystical Market, or come see me at Scarefest, or come see me at Sacred Journey, or just join me on social media, because I'm a pretty fun guy, and I would like for you all to kind of be friends. So add me on all social media at Ken Boggle.
Is that all your social medias? It's under your name?
Yes, I lucked out. Ken Boggle. I'm the only Ken Boggle in the world.
So you can't miss him, guys. So please go follow all his socials, get some classes or readings.
Boggle. Google me and it'll pop up. And just go to kenboggle.com to schedule that. And also, I have a shop on the Ken Boggle page where we have the Ken Boggle bracelets, coffee mugs, t-shirts, stickers, vinyl decals for your windows, mirrors.
Do you have any right around you that you could show, or no? We don't have to, but if you do, then just cool.
I don't have any around. We have the
Well,
official
get
Ken
his
Boggle.
stuff, guys. Go get his stuff.
Yeah, go get the stuff. We have the official Ken Boggle candle, which is hand poured by a witch
Nice.
with intention. There's the Ken Boggle bracelet, which is made by hand from Moxie Malice, and it's got every stone on it for protection, into building intuition, in transmuting negative energy into positive energy. And it is so incredibly heavy that when you put it on, you feel like I'm in the room with you. Like, it's really pretty cool. And pretty soon we're going to have Ken Boggle tummy tamer. For those upset bellies that you get, I always have this mixture that I rub on my belly that I'm going to share with people. And there's a couple of other things that we've got coming out that are going to be pretty cool. But most of all, it's made in Kentucky by hand by my friends. So
Thank you.
T-shirts and all that.
All right. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you all.
Thank
Sorry
you,
I sneezed
Nico.
the whole thing. Thank you all so much for having me.
And
Oh,
we love
thank
you
you.
all.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.